On the evening of March 26, 2024, a horrific crime shook the community of Long Beach, California. 17-year-old Brianna Soto was walking home after finishing a phone call with her mother when she was suddenly and brutally gunned down. The incident occurred around 8:30 p.m., just steps away from her residence near the intersection of 11th Street and Lewis Avenue. Brianna's family, who had heard the gunshots, rushed outside and found her gravely wounded. They immediately took her to the hospital, but despite medical efforts, Brianna tragically passed away 3 days later. The senseless killing of a young girl with her whole life ahead of her left the community reeling and desperate for answers. Long Beach County Police quickly launched an intensive investigation into Brianna's murder. A crucial piece of evidence emerged in the form of surveillance footage captured on the night of the shooting. The video, released by the police in April in hopes of generating leads, showed an individual walking through the neighborhood at approximately 8:20 p.m. This was just minutes before Brianna was shot. The footage, compiled from multiple camera angles, depicted a person dressed in dark clothing with a hood, wearing a mask, and appearing to have their hands in their pockets. No one else was visible in the area at the time. The video was slowed down at certain points to highlight details of the suspect's movements and appearance. Long Beach County Police Chief Wally Habash, in releasing the video, stated that investigators believed the suspect had fled southbound immediately after the murder. They shed articles of clothing along the way. This information, combined with the distinctive appearance of the individual in the footage, became a focal point of the investigation. For weeks, the case seemed to have stalled, leaving Brianna's family and the community anxious for resolution. However, in a significant development, police announced the arrest of a suspect in early September 2024. Troy Lamar Fox, 34, a resident of Long Beach, was taken into custody in connection with Brianna's murder. According to police statements, Fox's arrest resulted from a combination of investigative leads, including DNA evidence, video surveillance, and cell phone data. At the time of his arrest, Fox was already in custody with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department on an unrelated weapons violation. As details about Troy Lamar Fox emerged, a disturbing pattern of alleged criminal behavior came to light. It was reported that Fox had been on post-release community supervision for unlawfully possessing a firearm, but had violated the terms of his release. More alarmingly, Fox was also arrested in connection with another violent incident, an attempted murder from a shooting that occurred on April 9, 2024. In this case, officers responded to reports of shots fired at the 1300 block of Pine Avenue. Fox was suspected of discharging a firearm at a vehicle containing 3 juveniles and 1 adult. Though fortunately, no one was injured in that incident. Furthermore, on July 7, 2024, police encountered Fox and a juvenile in the area of 14th Street and Pine Avenue after receiving reports of guns inside a vehicle. During this incident, officers discovered that both Fox and the juvenile were prohibited from possessing firearms. A search resulted in the recovery of 2 guns on their persons and 4 more firearms from the vehicle. The accumulation of these incidents painted a picture of an individual with a history of weapons violations and a propensity for violence, particularly targeting young people. The breakthrough in Brianna's case came through meticulous police work and the utilization of various forms of evidence. The surveillance footage, while not providing a clear identification of the suspect, offered crucial information about the perpetrator's movements, clothing, and timing in relation to the crime. DNA evidence, though the specifics were not disclosed, played a significant role in linking Fox to the crime scene. Forensic experts suggest that DNA could have been recovered from discarded clothing items, potentially containing wearer DNA from areas like shirt collars or sleeve cuffs. Given Fox's prior arrests, his DNA profile would likely have been in the CODIS, Combined DNA Index System database, facilitating a match. The mention of cellular phone evidence indicates that investigators may have used cell tower data to place Fox in the vicinity of the crime at the time it occurred. This type of evidence can provide a general location of a suspect based on the cell towers their phone connected to during a specific time frame. The compilation of evidence from the other incidents involving Fox in April and July 2024 may have also contributed to building a stronger case. Ballistics evidence from these shootings could potentially link the firearms used to the one employed in Brianna's murder through the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, NIBIN. The murder of Brianna Soto had a profound impact on the Long Beach community. The seemingly random nature of the attack on a young girl simply walking home from work struck fear into the hearts of residents. It shattered the illusion of safety that many had held, bringing the reality of violent crime uncomfortably close to home. Long Beach County Police Chief Wally Hebesh addressed these concerns in a statement following Fox's arrest. Brianna Soto was just 17 years old when she was tragically taken away from her family by a violent individual willing to commit such a reprehensible and brazen act of violence. Brianna's death has left her family devastated and has impacted our department immensely. Chief Hebesh continued to commend the tireless efforts of the detectives, officers, and professional staff assigned to the investigation. He emphasized their utilization of every available resource to identify and apprehend the suspect. He also noted the suspect's demonstrated willingness to inflict harm on others, underlining the importance of removing such a dangerous individual from the community. The arrest brought a measure of relief to Brianna's family and the community at large, though the pain of her loss remains. The case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of community vigilance, the value of surveillance technology,